So I'm going up like Rolex prices did in the past decades. The thing is with Rolex that they increase their prices time to time, and the grey market value has been nothing but going up in the past 2 decades. It's not a secret that watch manufacturers, they increase their prices from time to time to obtain or to let the watches remain their values over time, because watches tend to depreciate unless you are buying a very specific and very rare watch. Of course, they don't want that depreciation to hit you that hard, and that's why they are increasing their prices time to time. Now, not counting the increase in manufacturing prices, like the price of raw materials that has been significantly going up, it's a trick that they do that the watches hold their values better. So in today's video, we are going to look at a Rolex Datejust. Of course, with a Jubilee bracelet. But first, we have to go up that road ahead. And if you want to buy a Rolex, probably the best time is to buy one now. As we are going to review a Rolex Datejust today, not any Datejust, it's gonna be with the Jubilee bracelet and with some diamonds on the dial. Now my question to you is, do you prefer watches in steel or a mix of steel and gold, or you prefer watches only in gold? Are you one of those guys who don't like the aggressive marketing of Rolex? Are you one of those guys who may be being turned down before by an AD of buying a steel Rolex watch? If you are one of those guys, I would be interested in your opinion and your experience. You can also share it with me down in the comment section. I'm going to share my experience with you guys because I have been wanting a Rolex for quite a long time, and I also was facing several turndowns from ADs, but I managed to find an AD who said that I'm actually in his territory and he is willing to sell me a Rolex stainless steel model. Of course not a Daytona. Oh, no. That one is far beyond reach at the moment with the grey market prices going up like crazy. But I am opting for a Submariner, and I'm thinking about buying the non-date version for myself. I believe the contrast is far better without the Cyclops lens on the Rolex Submariner, besides the fact that that is the true Submariner that was released back in the days. And as this video is about Rolex, and in particular about the Rolex Datejust, the perfect place is a castle. So, talking about Rolex and the crown, there we go. Castle and the crown. So here we are at the top of the castle, and I finally can show you this beautiful Datejust. Today is the 19th. I mean, look at this, the beautiful Rolex crown. We have, of course, the Jubilee bracelet with the Rolex clasp, Rolex Geneva, Swiss made. Maybe you can see me. It's beautifully polished, isn't it? And that click, I mean, we have to hear that once more, right? That click is, ladies and gentlemen, the Rolex click. Quite nothing like that out there. Jubilee bracelet. This bracelet is with us since 1945, and we have some diamond set dial, Of course, we have the fluted bezel. Bearing in mind, this watch is a two-tone Rolex, so white gold and steel. Stainless steel and white gold. I really like blue. Blue is kind of my color. So if I would buy this particular Datejust, I would go for the blue as well. I'm not sure about the diamonds. I'm not really sure about the diamonds. But blue is definitely a good choice for this particular Datejust. We have the oyster case. Beautiful. And the Cyclops, well, not much for the Submariner for me, but for the Datejust, I think it's a must-have. There's no Datejust without the Cyclops. And there shouldn't be any without the Cyclops, because it just looks marvelous. And of course, we need to do a wrist shot. And now we are going actually down, just like Rolex prices did recently. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna walk down a little bit together and have a little bit of reflection about the Rolex product range. You can tell me, what do you like about the Rolex product range? Me personally, I think it's much better than Omega's product range, because you have a fewer model available and you don't get lost in the choices that Omega is offering you. However, and there is always a however, right? Omega would like to satisfy every single person on the planet, probably, because they have a product range like crazy, like I've never seen before. And it is something that we have to admit, and we have to accept the fact that this is really, really cool, that they want to satisfy everybody. And Rolex, they just take it or leave it method. Pretty much the same thing as an espresso coffee capsule. Sorry, it's not a advertisement here. It just popped into my mind. Nespresso coffee capsules, also the same kind of marketing like Rolex. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, don't take it. If you like it, take it. So this is pretty much the same principle in terms of luxury brands. Either you love it, hate it, or you're just gonna take it because everybody else is taking it and you don't want to be out of the circle of trust. Just like Ben Stiller in Meet the Fockers. Amazing movie, right? So guys, you let me know, what do you like about the Rolex product range, or what you dislike about it. There's something about Rolex that is like forever, because you buy a Rolex today, it looks exactly the same as it looked ages before. And that is something really, really, really cool about the brand Rolex itself. They do some tiny little bit of changes from year to year when a new model comes out, but the basic design and the principle remains the same. And that is something that they've been able to do for decades and decades. And that is something I have enormous respect for.